So semiconductor stocks were booming just 1 year back and gave huge returns, but after that market became weak, it collapsed, and so did the semiconductor stocks, and they were down for around 8 to 10 months. And now after this long duration, seems like semiconductor stocks are getting back into track. So today we are going to discuss about a stock which recently turned into a mid cap stock from a small cap stock. Along with that, it gave a picture perfect breakout in recent times, and along with that, it has clients in the Indian military like Navy, Indian Army, and DRDO, ISRO, and all these are the clients of this stock. What is the name of this company? It is Apollo Microsystems. So we are going to do the complete analysis. We'll check the fundamentals, how strong its fundamentals are, how strong is the shareholding pattern, and then we'll move toward the price action and see this picture perfect breakout. Is this the signal for a buying call or not? We are going to discuss. Okay, so before we start, I just want to mention that this is not a stock recommendation video. This is just an educational video to help you understand the approach towards stock market investing and trading, right? So with that said, let's get started. Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to another video of Financial Impulse. Okay, so this is Apollo Microsystems official website. Okay, and when I scroll down all the way to this point, you can see the clients. Okay, so many they have shown the logos, but we can read of the names of some of them: Tata Steel, Bell, ONGC, NMDC. Okay, and we have HAL. So these are the HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics. These are the good clients of this company. Okay, and the same thing we can find in the screener page. When I come down all the way to this clientele list, you can see the clientele list: avionics system, homeland security. This company is used across multiple industries including aerospace, ground defense, and all these things. Okay, and the name of the clients here: DRDO, L&T, Adani, DPSU, Indian Navy, Indian Army. Okay, so the clientele base is actually looking very strong to me. Okay, and then you can read here: in September 2023, the company established a subsidiary named Apollo Defense Industries Private Limited for diversification and expansion into the defense industry. Okay, and other details are mentioned here about R&D and all these things. You can go through it. I'll share this link in the description section along with the official website. Okay, now let us take a look at the basic numbers. So the current stock price is 188.77, market cap 5789. So I mentioned earlier that it became a mid cap from a small cap. You can see it has crossed 5,000 crores recently, so it has now become a mid cap stock. Okay, reserves it has is 577.97, current debt is 295. So debt to equity ratio is not excellent, but it's good at 0.49. okay, 3 years average sales growth 32.22, average profit growth 57.43, average earning per share growth 38.26. Return on asset is slightly on the lower side, but return on capital employed is looking good to me. Interest coverage ratio 3.45, current ratio 1.74, operating profit margin around 23. Okay, and promoter holding is 55.12. However, there is one negative thing about this stock which I personally do not like it, and that is this: the pledging of around 47.97%. So the maximum pledging that we should take into account is 10%. Okay, in order for a stock to qualify into a good stock category. Okay, but here it is on the higher side, almost 5 times more than that. So if you are not okay with that, then you should skip the stock. This is not for you. But if you are willing to take little bit of risk, because obviously we cannot get the picture perfect fundamentals for each and every stock we invest, we have to compromise at certain areas. Okay, and also for traders, they do not take fundamentals into account that seriously. Okay, they just check the basic things. So for them, they might ignore this thing, but it's up to you in which category you fall. Okay, now coming to the profit and loss statement, we'll see. So the profit and loss statement tells that the sales in March 2023 was 298, which went up to 372, then 562 in 2025. Operating profit 64, 84, 129. Operating profit margin 22%, 23%, 20%. So the growth is actually stable and it has been growing strongly. And if you check the earning per share, that is also telling the same story, 0.92, 1.1 to 1.87. Okay, now coming to the shareholding pattern. So in the shareholding pattern, we can see that in the last 3 quarters, the promoters have kept their stake constant, no change at all. FIs have increased their stake nicely and smoothly. You can see 0.19%, 0.74%, and 0.93%. So consistent increase in stake by the FIs. I am not going to look further back because that will confuse you. We will take the recent data. Okay, that's why I am considering last 3 quarters. DI is holding 0.87%, 0.87%, 0.37%. So here there is 0.5% drop by DIIs. Okay, but at the same time we are getting to see some increase in stake by FIS. So overall I would say the shareholding pattern is looking strong to me. The company is growing strongly with strong profit and loss statement. Clientele base is very good. The only negative thing, as I mentioned, is the high pledging percentage. Okay, so these things we need to keep in mind. Now let us take a look at the price action, and here I am going to show you the picture perfect breakout. So what does this mean? You see, if you know a little bit of price action, you can pause the video and tell me what kind of pattern it has formed. This is the weekly time frame. Okay, and let me now explain. So this is the cup with handle pattern. Okay, cup with handle pattern, and we can see the break of the handle here. Now the most important thing and the first thing that we are going to check here is the breakout volume. We can see the breakout has happened. Okay, in weekly time frame, this is a big candle stick we are seeing, weekly candlestick, but how strong is the volume in the breakout, because the breakout volume obviously matters. So I'll enable the volume indicator, and what do we see here? We are getting to see some big volume here, very big volume for the breakout candle. And not only that, the previous candles actually have very good volume as well, and that is also necessary because we get to know that the volume is constantly increasing just before the breakout. That is also as much as important as the breakout candlestick volume. So keep in mind this thing. This is very important, and both of the criterias are being satisfied here. So that's why technically it is looking excellent. Okay, fundamentals wise the pledging percentage might be little bit on the lower, on on the demerit side, but technically it is looking extremely strong. Okay, so the question is this a good time to make an entry? Well, we have to check the other parameters as well. We'll check the momentum indicators. So the momentum indicators is telling mainly the MACD that the stock is staying above the zero line. You can see the MACD levels. Along with that, a crossover has already happened, okay, in the MACD, and it is going strongly upward. So the uptrend is confirmed, kind of confirmed, we can say. Now coming to RSI level. So let me squeeze this one, and yes, in the RSI also we can see the level has gone to 60. In fact, it has gone to 75 strongly, and it is also showing the similar kind of strength here that we are getting to see in the price action. So that's a good thing. So overall I would say the momentum indicators are also telling that the stock is going up strongly. Now we'll check the moving averages. This is the 40 weeks moving average, which is the 200 days moving average equivalent, excuse me. So we can see that the stock is actually using this level as the support, and after that it bounced up rapidly from this point. Okay, so that's a good thing. And same thing we can notice when we go to the daily time frame. Okay, in the daily time frame, if I enable the 200 days moving average, we can see the stock taking support there. Okay, and then going up. And here also I am going to enable the 50 days moving average as well. So you can see the 50 days moving average has also started turning in the upward direction, which is what we actually want, okay, a stock to do before investing in it. Now coming back to weekly time frame, let us use the 30 WMA as well. Okay, you can use anything, 30 WMA, 40 EMA, anything, but overall thing is that it should confirm the uptrend. So if I enable the 30 EMA, that also has turned upward. If I enable 10 EMA, I mean 10 weeks, that also has turned upward. Obviously it will turn because the higher interval moving averages have already turned upward. So everything is giving a clear confirmation that the stock is actually heading in a good direction in the uptrend. So the question is this a good time to enter? Well, I would say today it is Friday, we have to wait for the weekly close, and then we will have to see next week what it is doing, because chances are if the market is weak, it will give a big red candle and again come down and the breakout will fail. So we have to wait for at least 3 to 4 more trading days after today, okay, to see if the stock is actually staying above this level, like 170 level, 170 to 180 level. Then we'll get a confirmation that yes, it is strong and you can proceed. If you are really interested in investing in on a mid cap company whose pledging percentage is a little bit of the higher side, but you are okay with that, you want to take little bit of risk, then it's up to you. Okay, you can consider entering into this one. But again, just a reminder that this is not a stock recommendation video, this is just an educational and informational video. Okay, so come next week onwards, what I feel is that if it starts getting weak, it might form a pattern like this, okay, a tight squeeze, okay, and then give a sharp breakout here. So that will be the perfect picture perfect entry for you. I know it will be little bit on the higher side from the ideal entry point, like 160, 170, but still you can call it the insurance. The expert call it the insurance of staying on the right side of the market, staying on the right trend. Okay, you do not want to jump in early into any stock just because you want to grab it at a discount, and then if it turns downward, you are at a big loss. Never do that. Instead of that, pay higher but stay on the confirmed side. Okay, so that is all about Apollo Microsystems. I hope this video was useful and informative. Please hit the like button, subscribe to Financial Impulse if you have not done already, and if you are already a subscriber, consider joining the Financial Impulse community, where you will get more stock analysis posts, and also you will be able to chat with me directly one to one on Discord. Thank you for watching. I'll meet you in the next one. Bye, take care.